Hi, good morning. It's Tanny the Canadian Stamper. It's Sunday morning and we're crafting because I was at our Stampin' Up demonstrator event yesterday. So I have the swaps to share with you. I'll tell you what swaps are all about if you're not familiar. And then I'm going to make, or we're going to make the swap that I use with the cheers and sips. I'm quickly becoming addicted to this stamp set because it's really easy to add in the layers and some detail, which is fun. So I'm gonna show you the swaps. We're gonna do my swap and then we have the make and takes. There was 5 make and takes. I did 4 of the 5. I'm not quite finished with the last one. I kind of messed it up, so I need to fix it. So yeah, let's do it. Let's craft. And I've got fun stuff to show you. Happy Sunday morning. Welcome to it. All right. Good morning, Jan. Sorry we missed you at the event yesterday, Jan. It would have been fun to spend some time with you. Just gonna zoom in and you can see the stuff I've already got to show you there. All right, so this is what we're working with today. Cheers and sips, and then the matching dies. I got this 2-pack of embossing folders, and so we're using this one as an accent piece. And then I was just watching a video, so I need to bring up comments, but I gotta turn down my volume. So these are the swaps we're gonna go through, and then these ones over here are the make and takes. But this is the card that we're making today. This is the swap I did. So a swap is when you make, so in this case I made 10 of the same card, and then you put them in a bag, you give them to the organizer at the event, and they give you back a bag with 10 different cards. Okay, so let's look at them after I bring up your comments. I don't actually know that I have my volume turned off. 1 second. How's the day so far for everybody? So this one Jackie made with a new, I'm not sure if this is in the catalog or online exclusive, but this is an embossed piece with some Wink of Stella on there. And then in her little kit, she's put in these 2 little, they're like, they're abrasive. So what you do is she tells me you take this and go over the embossed piece, and then it reveals the white under there, the white core of the paper. So I guess you'd have to use the paper that has a white core, because typically Stampin' Up cardstock is dyed all the way through. So then this one is from Miran, and it's just so cute. She would have made a mask and then did some beautiful rainbow ink blending on there. So you can see the wavy folders, embossing folder. This is a new stamp set. They have different animals and images just done all in one sort of stroke. And then the postage stamp dies. It was Karen C. This is from Kate, the West Coast Paper Crafter. We all know Kate. Whoops. So she's got the instructions there. And anything on the inside? Of course. So I think we'll do this one or a version of it at the Craft and Chat next weekend, which is full, by the way. So the next one will be in July. So here's this one. So this is a corrugated embossing folder, which has been torn, and then a stamp in the back with some embossing, and then this beautiful flower piece on there. Okay. Now these ones are out of the cases because they're fun folds. This, I just kind of passed by this set. I didn't really pay a lot of attention to it, but it's there's a name for it, which it's eluding me at the moment. I'm just bringing up your comments, but maybe somebody will know the name of it. It's got a lot of gold accents. You can see the designer series paper has the shimmer gold in it, and it's really pretty. It's really pretty. So then this one, I haven't gotten, thank you for everything. I haven't got the stamp sets that have the squares on them like that, or sort of not squares, but this is, anyways, there's stamp sets where they're on purpose made to go around the edge of the card. So there's the fun fold there. It's quite a sturdy card, actually. I'm not sure, Jan, what the name of the animal stamp set is. I have seen it in the new annual catalog, though. Okay, so this one is from Kathy Newman, and it's a post card, like a post. This is supposed to be kind of like the post of the card. Good morning, Mary. Terry. There, that's how that one sits. So that's what it looks like. A nice detail with the designer series paper in here with the landscape that matches the focal point. And a teeny tiny bow. All right, so those are the swaps. Oh, and then mine, which was the swap, which we're doing today. And then we did make and take. So if you're a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, you can go to these events that are hosted by other Stampin' Up! Demonstrators, and you can, participating in swaps is optional. Participating in doing the make and takes is also optional, but it's super fun to do. So this one was made by Miran, or designed and made by Miran. Can't remember how, well, I can't remember the name of this one, but you can see the different layers of paper, and it's the sailboat set. It's quite pretty. Little fun fold. And then this one was done by Heather, or the design was, I made the card. This was in a photo yesterday, so it's stamped image with memento, and then use the Stampin' Up! Pencil crayons, and then with the aqua painters to color it. Quite pretty. And then this one was made, this is Barb Trips. I'll do this one so you can see. If you feel like making this one, I'll just hold that there for a second. If you want to take a screenshot. And these will be in my newsletter, I think. So it's got a tiny little notepad, which she got from Amazon. And what you do when you're building it is there's this piece back here, so you can pull this out and get a new little notepad and stick it in there. The designer series paper is so bright and cheerful. And then she gave us these pens that slide in. And it's cute. Just a note. So the only thing I would do differently is I would probably half this Velcro dot, because it's a bit strong. It's a bit too strong. But it's cute. So that's fun. And then the last one, where are the instructions here? This was in the photo, like the post I did yesterday. The mini sandwich box, that's too far away, is there if you want to take a screenshot of that. I can't remember the name of the gal who did it, but if you Google or if you go into YouTube and search mini sandwich box, hopefully this video comes up, because that's sort of a lot of letters and things to bring up. But there's it's a little complicated to put together, I'm not gonna lie, but once you get it, it's good. So it goes like that. Yeah, it's cool. It's cute. Put little candies in there. And then your little peekaboo window. Awesome. I am happy with that. All right, so let's work on today's project. And the measurements will go in the newsletter that will go out later today. So this is the new strawberry slush. Morning, Carissa. Hello, hello. All right, hi Kate, welcome to it. Kate's doing her live at 10, I think you said, right, Kate? All right, so we're working with 1/8 of an inch. So if you don't follow Kate, then you might consider it. This is not, she's the West Coast paper crafter and usually does a live on Mondays, lots of free tutorials. But she's doing it today instead. All right, and don't forget, if you're a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, then you will have access to, or if you don't, then let me know, the Super Saturday event, SSS, because they did their day-long event yesterday on a private Facebook group. Perk of being a demonstrator. All right, so 1/8 of an inch. Then we have this, which is our, oh, I gotta show you the designer series paper for this. I am becoming addicted to this set. It is in the new annual catalog. Gotta be extra careful with your cutting when you're doing 1/8 of an inch because it's quite narrow. So here's the one, so you can see the difference, 1/4 of an inch, 1/8 of an inch. All right, so then what we're gonna do, we have these two pieces. We're gonna mount them together, and then we're gonna make it a bit scrappy, which is optional, of course. I'm so follow-worthy. You are follow-worthy, Kate. How do you actually even have time to do all the free tutorials that you do? I need to get on the Kate train. All right, so I'm just gonna take one, we're just gonna zhuzh this. You don't have to. I'm casing this, I should tell you, Stamping Flair is who I am casing this from. Right. Okay, so I'm just crushing this. You can see that. And then I want to just bring this apart a little bit to expose some of the paper because I want that color. And you could use a tool like your this tool to scuff up the edges if you want. But I'm just kind of, oh, look at that, the paper's coming apart. Here's a perfect example of how this cardstock is dyed all the way through. And the paper that maybe Jackie used for that, this one, potentially is the two-tone, which is not dyed all the way through. So see how when you pull that apart, it's all dyed. It doesn't go white. So if you get cardstock from Michael's, well, it's been many years, but I believe Michael's cardstock is not dyed all the way through. Okay, so let's do this dry first, as we do. This is, how big is this? 2.5. So we're gonna add that one here. We've got these two pieces. This is Timid Tiger. These dies are from another set, so we are gonna flag this. So there's a lot of elements to this card that are very subtle. I'm going to show you here in a second. So this goes like this. Now, in this, let me show you the DSP. So in the designer series paper, DSP, you have 2 sheets like this. And as you can see, I've cut out today's cups from this paper. But in this card, what I did is there's another piece of paper that had, the whole paper is, you get strips like this and you get taller strips, looks like that. So from your dies, what you can do is you can take your cup dies here and here and put them on these sections, and it will pop out the cups like I've done here. And then in the stamp set, you've got ice cubes. So I took basic white. You can see it kind of down in here. And you can see that I've stamped ice cubes down in here. And then from the dies, you see how this piece of paper is, it's this die here. So it doesn't, I mean, it cuts it, but it just leaves the pattern. It doesn't cut the paper. You have to use the die cut for the cup to cut it out. What other things? So the leaves that are here have some shimmer on them. And surprisingly, these little fruit pieces, do you remember how last weekend we were talking about ejection slots? Which is such a funny term. on the die, because Kate and I were talking, she's like, oh, that must have been a pain to cut out. It's not. So I use, oh, look at that, it's magnetic. I use these little ejection slots to help line up the die. It's very forgiving. These dies are very forgiving, lining things up. So, yeah. All right. So for this, for today, I just cut them from the paper to be faster. The white circle is optional, but helps kind of add a layer and break things up. Morning, Christine. All right, so we're gonna do this, and we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna add our sentiment, and then these are extra pieces that I didn't use from my swaps, so we're gonna add a little bit. Okay, let's get to gluing. So if you're just joining, be sure to roll back the tape afterwards, because I went through the swaps and making takes from the demonstrator event yesterday with some measurements and things. If you're interested, they'll be in the newsletter too, later today. So popping things up, just be mindful of your steps, like your layers of steps. A lot of this is going down just with glue, and then I'll pop up the top elements. Okay. We had fun yesterday. So Kate, Jackie, and I drove up together to Cedar, which is just outside of Nanaimo, and had a fun day of crafting. I posted some photos about that little event. All right, so now let me tell you what I did here. So I stamped in gray granite, and I took the blender, like there's a blender pen that you can get that lifts color. So I did that to mimic the same dots and colored it with my blender pen. All right, so let's pop this up. And so the new job is going fantastic. There's a lot going on, but it's really fun. I'm enjoying the change from my other position. Yeah, so it's good. It was a good change, no regrets. All right, so now we're gonna add this, but no dimensional here. Remember, we just want the dimensional on the left side because we just popped that guy up. That one. I'm just gonna leave the top bits. Yeah, it was fun, Christine. Next time. The next one, in case you're wondering, if you're a demo or if you're gonna become a demonstrator, the next one is September 13th. All right, so let's do our stamping. And then just a couple other little things and we're done already. I did lots of prep work. Yeah, Jan, it would have been fun for you to join us yesterday. Next time though, September 13th. Put it in your calendar. So I am using Timid Tiger, and we're going to, this is the only stamping. I mean, unless you wanted to put some on the inside. So we're gonna flag. If you don't have a pair of Stampin' Up snips, that's where it's at. They're so sharp, so sharp. This is gluing down. All right, so Craft and Chat for June is full. July is the next one. Oh, you won't be at home for that one. Well, there might be another one. I think Susan does a different one up in Nanaimo. But you'll figure it out, Christine. You'll get there to join us. All right, so this ribbon, I think it's from this set. I don't actually know. I got an order with some different things in it, and then I just made the assumption that this ribbon goes with the suite. What is this? It is gold striped. That's what that is. All right, so I'm gonna put this one down here with my glue dots. All right, so I was looking at the virtual album retreat. Kate has joined already, but I think I might join, even though I'm not available on the dates that it's being hosted live on a private Facebook group, but it will be put on YouTube, they say, so I can watch it afterwards. So you get 12, it's a 3-day retreat hosted by Stampin' Up, and you make 12 2-page scrapbook pages. I don't like 2-page spread. It's such a weird term. I don't know. What do you guys think? All right, I'm gonna add some of these little bits. 2 cherries, 2 little doodads. So we're gonna tuck these down in here. Let's do a mini. Anyways, 12 scrapbook pages. One technically it's supposed to be one for each month of the year, although it's optional if you're, if you want to title each month or just have the design layouts for different things. I don't know a whole lot about scrapbooking, but I'm happy to learn from the best. So you sign up virtually, or sorry, you sign up, you buy the kit, which is massive. It's also expensive. However, you do now earn Stampin' rewards. So it's not as much as you think, because you get 10% back. I think I'm gonna add, embrace the scrapbook lingo. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'll get there. We'll see. I can't make any promises, Kate. All right. So we're gonna add, there's a little cherry up here. Maybe one more over here. Sure. No, it's too much. I think I'm just gonna leave it at that. Now, I need my gems. Here they are. My gems. I need some more of these gems. All right, and then we're finito. Thanks for hanging out with me on a Sunday. Love it. Love it. All right. So there's the original. And then there's the one for today. Very similar. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday, your weekend. Have a fantastic week. We'll chat later. Bye for now.